here with Desai, we're gonna see a Terran versus Protoss.
Josef versus MicroJackson. This should be a fun match.
Yeah, last time there was a huge upset. MicroJackson beat Joseph. Um, the reason I say that's an upset is because Micro hadn't played in forever, and he's dropped to like bronze or something. And Terran's been consistently, platinum, diamond, Terran. So that was a huge upset when he did that. Not only that, it was he had the huge lead in that game. So I think Joseph's looking for revenge.
Looks like lag from MicroJackson already.
Yep.
We do have MicroJackson spawning in the bottom left, and we've got Josef spawning in the top right as a Terran. Could be the fastest game ever. 40 seconds left till we're timed out.
Yeah. We'll just remake if they... We had a nice game last time where we had to recover, so we tried that, and it's beautiful, man. I love that feature that Blizzard gave us.
Yeah, that's a good, much needed improvement.
And what's cool about it is you can kind of like go back to the game and say, hey, I could have won if I did this. I'm like, oh yeah, let's try it, right?
Yeah, I wish there was a way to recover on ladder itself, because sometimes you get, 30, 40 minutes in, you're having a great game, and
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that would be awesome. But it requires both of them to be on to accept it and all that,
Oh yeah.
And the guy who got disconnected on, he's like, whatever, dude, I got the win. So he's not
Yeah.
he's not gonna join. So okay, so join the game and we're ready to go.
Oops, sorry.
Sorry. So what do you think about this map as Protoss?
It's a good blink map. I like going blink on it just because there's more than one way to jump into the main base. You can have proxy pylons outside the, basically the fourth. Looks like MicroJackson spawning in the bottom left again and Josef in the top right. So pretty much the same, and we're already 17 seconds farther into the game than we were last time. So making some improvements.
Yeah. So we have here the two lowest APM guys in our league. And if you look in, you'll see exactly why.
Oh wow.
They only click what is absolutely necessary. I mean, you're trying to go to a spot, they're not click, 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 click to go to a spot. They're probably just like, bam. The fastest way to a spot is, from point A to point B is a straight one-click line.
There's a lot to be said for efficiency. I tell you what, I do not like Protons versus Terran opening with this pylon, showing that they're going to try to block the ramp. Mainly because it gives Terran way too easy of a time to just shoot down your gateways and your cyber core when they're blocking the ramp. And
Yeah.
any kind of mech play is really going to hurt you. A couple siege tanks outside that ramp.
Yep, all you gotta do is pressure out there and you just own that choke, right? But I think this might be muscle memory issues with MicroJackson. He's like, oh yeah, why did I do that? I'm not playing Zerg, so
Yeah. I like the harass, going after that worker. That's
Yep.
a really early scout, but at least he got a little harass on it.
I don't mind early
fast,
scouts
yeah.
with these guys that are a little rusty. Kind of gets them in the feel of things. They can say like, oh yeah, what do I do again if I see that? It gives them, a little bit of heads up.
Yeah. It's a really fast gas. I'd like to see, we're probably going to have a Reaper out of this first barracks, but I'm hoping for some tech. I'd love to see a couple factories and some Star Force.
It's gonna be a Reaper. I know Joseph's style. He's gonna make one Reaper. And there it is. To scout, do some damage. And then off of that, I don't know, because sometimes he goes all in one base, and sometimes he'll macro.
Nice. Yeah, with Heartless Swarm, Reaper openings have become pretty much the standard. And now the standard Protoss, you have to open Cybercore against it with a Stalker behind it.
Yeah, and similarly against that Zerg, I expect a Reaper from every Terran
Now,
I
I
encounter.
love this Rescout by MicroJackson. He tries to hide the probe in, but if nothing else, he gets the Rescout.
Yeah, and
Doesn't
let's see
get
what
hit
he's.
any other building.
Yeah, what did he see? He didn't see much, but in case he saw like, like a command center, all these barracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Nice, Joseph's turn to scout.
The second barracks coming from Joseph, I was really hoping for some tech. I mean, he hasn't dropped a tech lab, a reactor, or anything. Let's see what kind of damage he does with the Reaper, though. The Mothership Core is already out to defend it.
Yeah, it may not do that much.
Yeah, he should be able to swing through and at least see. He sees
But he
three
has no
gateways.
stalker coming though.
Three gateways and a lot of chrono boost. I'd really like to see some units made, but you know, I think
Ooh,
Joseph's
look at
got to
this,
see
a
what he
5
needs
gate?
to see.
What the hell is this?
That's interesting. You know, the classic 5 minutes, 5 gate.
You know why these guys do 5 gates and 5 gate robo? It's because they have so much money, they're not really efficient at saving them, so then these rules about, all-ins don't apply to them.
Yeah, the rules are made for, like, if you're actually making units. If you refuse to make a Stalker until after Warp Gate's finished, you're absolutely going to have extra minerals. But, Joseph got to see what he wanted to see.
Yeah, hey, look at that.
Making a bunker.
He's not going to fall for that.
And he's got his factory, he's got his engineering base so he can get upgrades, and he's got a third barracks coming up. What I don't like is that he is pretty supply blocked at this point. He's got a supply depot about to finish, but this is the worst time to get supply blocked.
Yeah, one thing though too, I think you can squeeze in a command center, before all that, and then just kind of close up with and hold on to for your dear life if you were going to make these 2 bunkers anyway, because they weren't producing for a while. And especially with this money that was like up at 350. But
I can, but Joseph's going to need to pull a couple SCVs and get ready for this mass repair. If he doesn't get the repair off in time, he could die here.
yeah,
Or the Widow Mine. If the Widow Mine gets out in time, they could save him as well.
yeah, or he can make a 3rd bunker.
Yeah. We've got.
And he's got the troops coming now, so we'll see.
There's a Marauder. The bunkers are populated.
There's the mine. Oh, don't lose that.
Oh.
He's not gonna lose it.
Oh, it gets
just
down.
in time. Oh, and that's huge.
Yeah,
and he even got the repair going. That's not gonna do anything.
Great play by Joseph.
Yep.
The SCV gets a kill, so kills for everybody.
Yes. He's not losing to some early cheese right now, so let's see how he does the next phase of the game.
I would like to see some more Marines being made.
Ooh, and look at this
Joseph
Reaper.
Decided he doesn't need any more.
Look at the
Reaper. Good scout.
He's gonna know about all the
gates.
gazillion gates. He's gonna know, and there's nothing to kill it at the moment. He's gonna get out and check later.
So he sees 5 gateways and a robo coming down.
He's like,
I'm not
yeah.
sure if Jackson knows what to do at this point. How do you break that? I mean, you've got 2 bunkers and a bunch of units up there. You're not gonna break it there.
I would posture like you're gonna break, but you're really expanding somewhere. That's what I would do. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you are gonna break this. And plus, he's with Terran that can get a mule out, an extra command center for mules. You're gonna be screwed, right?
Well, MicroJackson's given up on the push. He's going home.
Yep.
He really needs to start looking at an expand. We've already got a command center pretty much finished by Joseph.
And he is expanding. I like how these guys are reacting properly.
Yeah, smart.
I mean, Micro has been rusty, but he's reacting properly. He's gonna delay this pylon kill for a little bit.
The worker counts are pretty much right where you'd expect. Terran's slightly behind Protoss, but you've got mules, so that's perfectly fine.
And he has a lot of probes here, which is good. He can just Maynard that over, and he'll be in good shape.
Both Widow Mines now have 1 killed each, so that's pretty awesome. expansion coming down from MicroJackson. He's got the command center moving into place for Joseph.
He's making a immortal though, not a. I would expect a observer first, with knowing there's one or two widow mines out, but he is making a forge.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd rather see the observer just so you can get an eye on that army. Unless you feel like your opponent's rushing in and attacking you, there's no reason to jump straight to the immortal. Oh, you know what? He's got the observer. He's heading across the base.
Oh, it's already there. Okay, so that was his second. Okay, and forgive us, they're still playing well.
Yeah, they're playing good. Both bunkers are salvaged. I would like to see more units being made. In fact, I don't think any units are actually being made right now. Yeah, the only thing being made is an SCV and a couple upgrades. Factory sitting in the air.
There it is. He's spending now, and he quickly got down to 9950 minerals, so that's good.
That is one of the hardest things about this game is, you build a barracks, you have to remember to use the barracks.
Yeah, I noticed with a lot of players, they make like 10 gateways, and I'm like, dude, just make 5, but keep using them.
Right.
You can save that money.
It turns out the stalkers and zealots and sentries from the gateways have a much higher DPS than the building itself.
Say that again. What was that?
The units that come from the gateway actually have a much higher DPS than the gateway itself. I haven't killed any units with the gateway yet, but the army itself, it does really good.
Okay, I got you now. I thought for a second there that if you had a gateway versus a warp gate, that the units are more powerful. And I'm like, wait a minute, is that true? That would be awesome. I remember the gateway wars back in Brood War.
Oh yeah. I like this defense by Joseph. He's got the turret for DP, he's got the bunker for any kind of rushes, and he's got the widow mine just for the hell of it. So,
yeah.
Nice defense. And MicroJackson's got a great observer sitting in front of the ramp just in case Joseph moves out. He gets to see it all and then can, poop his pants as he tries to get up.
It's just a slight lead for Joseph. In the last game, Joseph had a huge lead, and he blew it by expanding too much and losing his main army, and he couldn't stop the Protoss ball. That was MicroJackson's only chance. In this game, we'll see how he, handles this lead. It's a smaller lead, but it's still a lead.
I really like Joseph's response here. He got the scan off, or he scouted with the Reaper 1. I wasn't watching, but he's already got a Viking out. Hopefully, there's a second Viper being made. He can make a couple more Vikings. All these Colossus that get made for MicroJackson's just gonna fall. It's a really good response.
Yeah, he doesn't know about the expansion yet, but he can assume that.
Absolutely. And he's sending a Reaper in. It looks like he's probably going to see... Nope, he's just scouting around looking for pylons.
Yeah, he's like, did he expand there? Greedy?
Micro's kind of doing the same thing. He's got another...
And these guys, I'm really impressed how they're playing. For being so, not warmed up and all that. I mean, I still make a lot of mistakes. So if I ever get casted, people will be like, what are you doing? But these guys, it's hard to be critical except for the whole 5-gate robo thing, which really doesn't matter at this level.
Right. Looks like we've got +3 weapons already coming on for Joseph, so doing good on the upgrades.
And what's the comparison for the Protoss here? Let's see.
Looks like just one upgrade with the 1 armor coming for
Gotcha, yeah.
Jackson.
He's gonna see the expansion. Yeah. Did he see that with his observer? Did he see it?
Yeah, he sees it.
He sees it, okay.
Looks like MicroJackson wants to take his third as well, so really going to play with long macro game.
This is great. This is like a pro game, man, with 200 less APM.
Yeah.
I mean, because everyone's playing almost by the book, I mean, this is great.
Joseph APM shot over 100. I was pretty impressed there for a second. MicroJackson just looked at his observer. He sees that there's Vikings. He actually even clicked on the army to see what the upgrades are. He sees that it's 2-1.
But he's getting 4th Colossus. Joseph needs to get a lot more Vikings.
He does. Absolutely does. I think, now's a good time for a scan. You want to find your opponent's army just to make sure they're not flanking.
Yeah, this whole time he doesn't even know. he can assume, but he doesn't know for sure if he has an expansion.
It looks like he's got two. Yeah, he
There
just
it
dropped
is.
a
He's
couple
gonna see the
mules.
third.
Yep. He's got one Marine standing outside the front of the ramp. I guess if MicroJackson ever moves out, he's gonna see the army. If his Colossus doesn't kill him too fast.
And where's that scan? Money scan. Wow.
Perfect. This should scream, I need another star fort. I need a lot more Vikings.
Yep.
And that we've got a supply depot on the way.
It's like these guys are being coached by some pros, like, okay, time to do this now. I mean, they're gonna be a little slower, but they're doing the right things.
We've got a big probe transfer. We've got another forge that was made. I'd like to see MicroJackson get another upgrade. He's chronoing into the
Oh, Templar.
storm.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Colossus and Psystorm has rough.
Look at the drop defense we've got on the right side of MicroJackson's base. I really like this.
Oh,
Got
yeah.
Cannons,
That's how he got
about
crushed the last
pylon
time.
energy worth apart. There's no drop that's going to come in here without facing some damage. It's
Yeah,
going to make it twice.
The drops is what got him the last time, so he's...
Is there a ghost back?
Oh,
yeah,
here it
there's no
goes.
Ghost Academy down yet, so there's some.
Let's
storm.
see the control here. Oh! Wow.
Really good storm.
Be careful. Bike Colossus are gonna go down. I don't know. Did he get enough? Did he get enough? Oh, he didn't get enough.
And the unit is down in. This is not looking good for MicroJackson.
He had some good. What happened there?
Not enough storms.
Not enough storms, huh? It seemed like he had some 2 good storms with 4 Colossus shooting at it. But I guess the Vikings did just enough to wipe him out,
Yeah, you really have to not only storm, but also get your stalkers focusing on the Vikings. If the Vikings take down your Colossus, you no longer have that major power in your death ball.
But he's not gonna lose just yet. He needs to back off though. If he loses this, I don't think he can stop this ball.
I think if a Return can make so many units.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they can just keep streaming it, and it takes Protoss a while to get anything back.
And 2 Hellbats at a time. In fact, he's got so many units, he needs more gas, so he's going to grab more gas at his third. He's got a planetary there, so it's safe. He's doubling his supply. I hate to call a game early, but I really don't see any way MicroJackson can come back from this. I honestly would be surprised if we don't.
Maybe some 8 Psystorm cast
Yeah.
perfectly.
Some good warp prism harass would probably help if he could somehow drop storms onto the expansions as well as the third mineral line. Just put his income down so far that give him a chance to come back.
I mean, I don't know how I could have played Protoss better than that after that engagement. I think he played fine. He just didn't have enough. We didn't look at the army size. That's the problem too. Before the fight, right? We should have looked.
I did look. The Terran was slightly larger, about 1,000 larger than the
Oh, I see. And that's what ended up happening at the end of it.
Yeah. If you look at the units lost, the Terran really just stomped them. He had a great composition. There was 4 or more High Templars. I think you got 3 good storms down. You really want to storm, pull back a little bit, storm,
Yeah.
and then focus on those Vikings so that your Colossus stay up. As soon as your Colossus fall, you're really in a bad position.
And to be honest, when he landed those first 2 storms, I saw that Protoss ball and I was scared for Terran. And so,
Yeah.
I was really surprised that it ended up that way. And now this is a huge lead. This is a huge army. You're gonna need 8 storms, maybe 20 storms. I don't know. That's a hardy group of marauders there.
We've got a 4th and a 5th base both coming up. MicroJackson sees the 4th for sure. Does not know that there's another base being built next to Joseph's 3rd. But half his army's going to.
Oh, here goes. It's all about micro here.
See if the storms come down and help him. 1 storm, 2 storms.
Little late.
3 storms, 4 storms, not enough. Everything's
One more.
good, but it's just
Oh, that's it. That was pretty good. I like that game. That was a good game.
That really was. I like the longer the games like that.
Yeah, I can't blame Micro for on anything there. I mean, he played well. It's just just not enough.
Yeah, looking at the army values, both are right there neck and neck, and then you can see where that engagement by Joseph went
Yeah,
really well for him.
these guys played neck and neck on almost everything here. I looked at the resource collection rate. The
Yeah,
upgrade was pretty close. Workers, slight lead for Micro. Very
yeah, great
excellent.
game.
Yeah, that was great.